Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. I am your host, Tramel Thompson. And before I start today's show officially, I want to give our RIP shout out to train operator Augie Hernandez. I've been picking with Augie since like 2018, 2019. He passed away suddenly a couple of days ago. So RIP shout out to Augie. I'm going to be doing a separate segment on Augie at a later date. This is not the time right now. Be honest, like those types of deaths, the ones that you don't see coming, they hurt a lot. Augie was a good friend, a good partner, good coworker, brother. But I will touch on that at a later date, do a segment on him at a later date. And for now, we just got to keep on pushing on because this is something that Augie always talked to me about, my advocacy for the members. And I'm going to just keep, doing what I do. But we will do something at a later date regarding Augie. Speaking of him, probably have some people call in and give their opinion on how great of a man he was. Um, for anyone watching the show right now, you could donate to the platform $ Progressive Action 100. So look at this, man. Local 100, Tony Utano is back at it again. And this is why we have to do, and we're going to do, a rally at his home. How can he back Chuck Schumer? Chuck Schumer basically gaslighted us throughout the pandemic and made it seem as if transit workers were going to get hazard pay. We didn't get no hazard pay. And now it's not even a talk anymore. Now, what I think may happen is that we're going to get swindled in our contract some kind of a way regarding the hazard pay. But there is no talk of hazard pay for transit workers when Chuck Schumer said that it will be in the next transportation bill. The next big transportation bill came and nothing about hazard pay for transit workers. But look at the union. Look at Richie Davis. Look at Tony Utano. They standing with someone who gaslighted the members. And this is another reason why I say we need to get rid of COPE. This is a reason why we need to get rid of COPE because our COPE money is allowing them to go to galas. And these galas are not free. One year, the union went to a Cuomo gala that was $25,000. I'm quite sure this one was probably like $5,000. So probably $10,000 of your COPE money spent for Tony Utano and Richie Davis, and no telling who else they bought to go there and pose with politicians who don't care about the workers, right? Now, let's look at this right here. They are backing Kathy Hochul. And I wanna touch on that because I want to look at the statement. I want to examine the statement the union wrote in support of Kathy Hochul in order to get people to vote for her. And I want to show you guys what she has done for transit workers, which isn't nothing. But let's examine what the union wrote on their end regarding Kathy Hochul. TWU Local 100 supports Governor Hochul for a full term as governor because of her ongoing commitment to make our transit system safer for workers and riders, improve the infrastructure that we operate and maintain, and pursue fair treatment for union members. Governor Hochul has expanded Kendra's law. Courts can more easily order those who are severely mentally ill and deemed a danger to themselves or others get mental health treatment. Failure to comply can result in temporary placement in a psychiatric hospital. We do not see that as transit workers. That is some straight BS right there. And this is what they leading with to get people to vote for Hochul. Let's look at the second point they made. Provided more psychiatric beds, budgeted millions of dollars to restore up to 1,000 psychiatric beds in hospitals that were taken offline during the pandemic. creating 2 new inpatient units for the subway homeless mentally ill. This is another BS tactic that they are trying to get us to vote for Kathy Hochul. I mean, she created 50 beds. You would literally probably see 50 mentally ill homeless people on the E line alone in a round trip. Let's look at the third point. Increase police coverage and presence in the subway, working with Mayor Adams, the NYPD, and the MTA Police Department. Now, this increased police coverage only happened when Kathy Hochul was showing she was down in some of the polls. This increased police coverage did not happen after the murders of 9 people in the subway. And it also did not happen after the mass shooting that happened earlier this year on 36th Street, Brooklyn, right? Let's look at their fourth point. Enacted the first positive change on Tier 6. The time needed to be vested and receive benefits was cut in half from 10 to 5 years. That was a smokescreen, people. That part was absolutely a smokescreen, right? Because most of the people in Tier 6 is going to have to work until 25, 55 anyway. So the investment time means absolutely nothing, right? And why would they worry about people leaving the job after 5 or 10 years? I mean, I thought that this was a career. I thought that this was a job that people would keep until they retire. Let's look at their fifth point. Sign landmark legislation championed by Local 100, which allows widows and dependents of workers who died of cancer caused by diesel exposure to file for workers' compensation benefits. The Nigro bill was named after Local 100 bus maintainer Bill Nigro, who died of lung cancer in 2012. Let's look at the fifth point. Supported the $52 billion MTA capital plan, the largest investment in authorities' infrastructure state history. Can somebody tell me and explain to me how those 6 points, 7 points, whatever it was, is beneficial to transit workers and will move transit workers forward? Can somebody explain to me? See, what they try to do is act like Kathy Hochul dropped out of the sky. Kathy Hochul was actually a part of the Cuomo administration, lock and step. She supported everything that Cuomo did. We don't have no evidence that she did not support the things that Cuomo did, and she's just a woman version of Cuomo. Now, one thing that we do see different is that, let me put this up on the screen. The SSSA President Michael Karube is supporting Kathy Hochul's opponent, Lee Zeldin. And this is what Karube said in a statement. Every day, our members play a critical role in keeping the largest transportation system in the nation moving, while also working in the epicenter of New York's transit crime wave. Transit crime is up 40% this year, and the threats to our safety are very real. We need to elect a governor who understands the importance of maintaining public safety and protecting the essential workers who serve our city every day. We believe Congressman Lee Zeldin has our backs and will put public safety ahead of politics. We believe Congressman Lee Zeldin is the best candidate to turn around the direction of our state, protecting us at work and at home. For these reasons, we are proud to endorse him for governor. Now, this is the thing about when you're a labor union. You should be apolitical. That means that you should not be subscribed to any political party. You should actually listen to both parties to see who has the best plan for your members. But our union is stuck to the Democratic Party. I mean, they sit there and kiss Cuomo butt. This administration is staying united. Tony Utano, John Samuelson, Richie Davis administration. They sit there and they kiss Cuomo behind. Kissing Cuomo behind has gotten nothing tangible for transit workers, right? And they're attempting the same thing with Kathy Hochul, and it's not going to get anything for transit workers. Did they ever sit down with Lee Zeldin and ask them what is Lee Zeldin's plan for transit workers? It seems as if Michael Karube did, But our union is subscribed to the Democratic Party, and that has been our demise for for the past 10 plus years that this Stand United administration has been in charge. It has been our demise. We got a new tier up under the Democratic Party. We got little to no protections when it comes to assaults to workers. We have poor contracts. We have nothing legislative working for us in Albany, right? We still letting the MTA do whatever they want to do via workers' comp. The union never tried to propose a workers' comp bill that's beneficial to workers because the MTA have too much leeway as to how they administer the workers' comp. We have absolutely no support, no real support in Albany, and I don't believe it's because the politicians do not want to do anything. It's because our union make sure that they do not do anything. Our union makes sure that they take pictures with the politicians and do little tangible results. No tangible results for us transit workers. And I want to get into this video um, that Michael Kurube standing with Congressman Lee Zeldin, and I want to listen to what Michael Kurube had to say.
Who is polling within single digits of incumbent Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul, focused on the crimes committed on public transportation. The Republican lawmaker has made public safety and crime central to his insurgent campaign. Hochul has responded by defending her record and promoting new public safety initiatives, including an appearance this week with New York City Mayor Eric Adams about new efforts to keep subways safe. While Zeldin has yet to consistently outpoll or tie Hochul in the polls, political pundits have pointed to last year's New Jersey governor's race, where incumbent Phil Murphy barely beat Republican Jack Ciattarelli on Election Day, despite leading in the polls.
Good morning, all. Mike Karubi, president of the Subway Surface Supervisors Association. My membership base is over 4,200 members. My union has been in existence since 1952. We're here today to support Lee Zeldin for governor. I want to start off by saying, every day my members play a critical role in moving New York City Transit, one of the largest transportation authorities in the country. We also helped out during the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, where we came to work each and every day. We sacrificed our lives, we sacrificed our families' lives, and we didn't even look back at that. And we were held by the MTA as second standard citizens, okay? Mistreated, not treated the way we should have, but we don't care. We're supervisors, we come to work and do what we have to do. As you see, crime is up in New York City Transit by 40%. My members go to work each day and face the same problems that our customers do. They could be injured, they could be fatally killed, they could be thrown into the subway tracks, and we don't want that. Our MTA leaders and our governor has done absolutely nothing for us. Today, we stand here to make change. So therefore, the SSSA is supporting Lee Zeldin for governor of New York. Thank you.
Now that audio messing up was actually their video. They was having audio problems throughout that whole sit down with or press conference with Lee Zeldin. But he made it clear MTA leaders and governor did absolutely nothing for us. And he's speaking on behalf of his members, the supervisors, but the same thing applies to us, the hourlies. The MTA leaders nor governor did anything for us, and that's both Kathy Hochul and that's also Cuomo, right? So why isn't Michael Kurube and Tony Utano on the same page? We seen this same difference during the pandemic when Michael Kurube stood up for his members while Tony Utano sheltered in place and actually threw coverage for the governor and the MTA leaders regarding the deaths of transit workers in New York City Transit. So why aren't they on the same page? It's because Michael Kurube is not in bed with no politician. Michael Kurube actually has a heart. Michael Karube don't mind taking a apolitical approach and siding with the politician who has his members' best interest, because that's what this is about. This isn't about photo ops and going to your children, going to your family and say, "Hey, I was standing next to Kathy Hochul. Hey, I took a picture with Chuck Schumer. Yeah, we was eating, and Chuck Schumer is really a nice guy, and he likes the same like that's what local 100 leadership is in it for." Michael Karube is showing that he's not. He's apolitical, and he's going to who have the best interest for his members, and that's how it should be, right? I want to know what you guys think. Please leave your comments, your views in the comments, and let's have important dialogue about this. And like I said, the rally is coming very soon to Utano home. There's no hold bars. We're going to do something special there, and we're going to make it very epic. And once again, if you would like to donate to the platform, you could donate via Cash App, $ Progressive Action 100. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.